Hello YouTube, Form Factor here. Today I'm doing a better video on how to load Wii U backups on your Wii U console. My last videos didn't explain the process very well, so this should help a bit. So this is going to show you step by step how to prep your SD card with the two applications that you need, the two Wii U softwares, the homebrew softwares you need, as well as how to put games on your Wii U SD card. Now I can't tell you where to get games. You'll want to get those yourself. You are supposed to rip those yourself. Easiest way to find out how is to go ahead and Google the name of the game followed by the word ROM, and that should show you how to acquire those or how to rip them. So anyways, I'm not going to cover that, but you do need also your Wii U SD card, and you also need internet access for this, since this exploit uses a browser exploit. Now there is a way to do it without internet access. You can do it on your local network, but I am not going to cover that. There is a link at the bottom of the description that has a lot more information. You can download the web server piece yourself and run it on your home network. But for this, we're just going to use one that somebody in the hacker community runs called loading.ovh, and they're running basically another version of this exploit, and it's probably the easiest. So anyways, to get started, you're going to need to download these two pieces of software. You're going to need Homebrew Launcher and Loading, which I do have links for in the description. You'll also want to have your game backup ready for the purposes of this video. So go ahead and download those two pieces of software in the download description. That is the Homebrew Launcher and the Loading links. And throw your Wii U SD card in your computer. And let's go ahead and start by opening up the Wii U launcher file. That's going to be currently May 6th, 2016. The current version is 1.2. It looks like RC2. Now, one thing of note is this only works on the Wii U firmware version 5.5.0 and I believe 5.5.1. 5.5.1 is the most current, and I have only tested this on US Wii U's. So if you have a different region Wii U, you probably don't want to follow this. Although, as I understand it, it doesn't actually modify anything with your Wii U, so the risk of breaking it is extremely low. But there is always a risk when modding this shit that something could go wrong. So people, please don't blame me if it does. If you are worried about that, don't even do it. So the reason I'm doing it actually is my Wii U DVD-ROM drive died. I'm told it's actually a Blu-ray ROM drive. So there's speculation that eventually you'll be able to play Blu-ray ROMs on your Wii U. Anyways, but mine died, and now I don't. I was going to throw my Wii U away, but now I can use it still. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Start by going into the Homebrew Launcher zip file you downloaded. In that folder, you're going to see two files. You're going to see Wii U and www. That is, I believe that's actually a version of this exploit that you can run on your home machine. I'm not going to run it. Right now, we're only concerned about the Wii U portion of this. So go ahead and grab that Wii U folder. Let's take a look inside. You'll see an apps folder and a Homebrew Launcher folder. And in that Homebrew Launcher folder is your homebrewlauncher.elf file. An ELF file for the Wii U is kind of like a executable, a .exe file for a computer. So that's the file that actually contains the software. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy this Wii U folder, and we're going to open up our Wii U SD card. I'm just using a folder, but pretend this is a physical SD card. And we're just going to paste that Wii U folder onto the root directory of our SD card. So just open up your SD card, throw that Wii U folder in it. Now let's go in there and just take a look that you have an apps folder that should have came with that Homebrew Launcher download. And you should have a Homebrew Launcher folder. In that Homebrew Launcher folder is Homebrew Launcher, homebrew_launcher.elf. Now, again, this directory structure is very important because the exploit actually looks for those directories when you tell it what software to run. So it's got to be named homebrew_launcher.elf and so on. Now that gives you the ability to load Homebrew. The next part of this is we need the Wii U backup loader, which at the moment is called Loadine, and we're going to go ahead and open up that zip file and grab this Loadine_gx2.elf file and go right into your Wii U SD card. You're going to open up the Wii U folder, then you're going to open up the apps folder, and now we're going to create a new folder. Simply right click on a blank spot in that window, go to new folder, and we're going to call it Loadine, Loadine _gx2. Whoops. Loadine_gx2. Alright, and then go ahead and open up that and go ahead and paste your Loadine_gx2.elf file in there. Lastly, you're going to want to go ahead and put your games on your Wii U SD card. So to do that, go ahead and create a folder called Games. And in there, you're going to want to dump the physical files from your game backup. Dump those physical files in a folder with the game name followed by the game ID in brackets. Now, remember, I can't give you the actual game ID. So for the purpose of this video, I'm using the example of ABC123. But every game has a unique game ID. They're very easy to look up on the internet, and I will also have a link in the description on where you can find them. So that is how your games go. So right now we have Super Mario Maker, and that's the game we're going to use for the purposes of this video. But that's it. You've prepped your SD card to load backups. You're all set. Go ahead and take your SD card out now and toss it in your Wii U, and then power on your Wii U and power it up. Go straight to the browser, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now. And I'm just going to maximize that. Again, this particular exploit uses a browser exploit in the way that it plays video. So what happens is your browser is going to go to run a MP4 file, and there is code in that MP4 file injected that will actually render on your Wii U. So once your browser loads, go ahead and point it directly to loadine.ovh. That's LOADIINE.ovh. Go ahead and make a bookmark to that site because you will be using it every time you want to load a backup. So go ahead and I'm doing that right now. So this is the Loadine access gate at loadine.ovh. As you can see, the first option there is for for Homebrew Launcher RC3. So we don't have to change anything. That's going to load that homebrew_launcher.elf file. We pasted it on our SD card. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit right now. And that is going to kick off the process. It's right now it's serving up a video file that the browser is going to try and play, but then it's going to crash, and it will load your Homebrew Launcher .elf file. And here we are. So straight from here, go ahead and go right into your loading file that you placed on your SD card. So we're just going to tap that. Then we're going to tap load. And that's going to load that's going to load loading, which is going to list all of the games in your games folder. Now, as you can see, I'm using a different SD card than the imaginary one I use for the purposes of this video. But I use Super Mario Maker, so I'm going to go ahead and use that example. I'm going to go ahead and tap on it. I'm going to hit A, then I'm going to tap OK. Most games seem to work with the default settings. And that's it, guys. A couple of things to note, though. First of all, Nintendo's probably going to want to patch this pretty quick. So, and your Wii U can update itself when you're away, when it's powered off. So follow that link in the description and use that TubeHacks DNS server at the very least to make sure your Wii U can't talk to Nintendo server. Now, the second thing you should also do is go ahead and I would just unplug your Wii U when you're not using it, just to be sure. But that page also has a couple of different ideas you can use to keep your Wii U from connecting to the internet. Now, if you can't actually connect to the internet, you can't reach that OVH file, which in that case you might just want to run the thing on a on one of your computers in your own in your own LAN, and just forget about ever updating your Wii U. But again, you should still be able to play online and everything with this particular setup. But again, if Nintendo patches it, you won't be able to use this exploit again. So it's up to you. If you update, you may lose your backup ability, which really isn't an issue for me since my optical disk drive doesn't work. But anyway, so that's it. I hope that helps a little better. And I hope you guys like this video. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and hit like. And I'm gonna try and stay up on this Wii U stuff. And as I find cool shit, I'll try and do a video on it. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a note, and I will answer them the best I can. Just so you know, I didn't write any of this stuff. I just happened to find it. Thought it was really cool. Thought I would share. So anyway, I hope it does help some of you guys. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.